Hello! Today I'll be talking about Houndoom, the first Dark Fire evolution. It's the evolution of Houndour, who evolves at level 24. Mega Houndoom is the first Mega evolution of a Dark-type Pokémon. Its previous PYC dates are October 12th, 1996, August 3rd, 1999, May 24th, 2002, March 14th, 2005, January 3rd, 2008, October 24th, 2010, August 14th, 2013, June 4th, 2016, March 26th, 2019, and January 14th, 2022. As I alluded to yesterday, before I learned that the Dark type was introduced in Gen 2, I thought Houndoom was the first dog evolution, as I believed it was introduced in Gen 1. I like Houndoom's design. I think Mega Houndoom is over the top with its design. Probably isn't a Pokemon I want to see in real life. Anyway, let's get into the Bulbapedia article. Hello and welcome to the Bulbapedia section of the video. Today we'll be talking about Houndoom, the dark Pokemon whose number is 0 to 129. This is Houndoom, this is what it looks like. This is Mega Houndoom, this is what it looks like. Type, Dark Fire. Abilities, Early Bird or Flash Fire is Houndoom. Unnerve is its hidden ability. Solar Power is Mega Houndoom's ability. Gender ratio is 50-50. Catch rate is 45 or 11.9%. Breeding is a group field. Hatch time 20 cycles. As Houndoom, it's 4'7" or 1.4 meters, and 77.2 pounds or 35 kilograms. As Mega Houndoom, it's 6'3" or 1.9 meters, and 109.1 pounds or 49.5 kilograms. Its Mega Stone is Houndoom Anite. Another one that isn't just weird. Basic experience yield is 204 in Gen 2 through 4, and 175 in 5+. Leveling rate is slow, EV yield is 2, special attack. Shape is that, footprint is that. Pokedex color is black, and base friendship is 35. Houndoom is a dual-type dark/fire Pokemon introduced in Gen 2. It evolves from Houndour, starting at level 24. Houndoom can Mega Evolve into Mega Houndoom using the Houndoomanite. Biology, Houndoom is a quadrupedal canine Pokemon with black fur, a long orange snout, and an orange underbelly. It has small red eyes and a black nose. Around its neck is a white band with a small skull-shaped pendant on its throat. There are 2 white bands on each of its ankles, as well as 3 rib-like ridges on its back. Houndoom has a long, skinny tail with a triangular tip and 3 clawed toes on each paw. Atop its head is a pair of long, curved gray horns. These horns are smaller on the female than the male. Unlike its pre-evolution, it does not have discernible ears. Houndoom live in packs. The one with its horns raked sharply towards the back serves a leadership role. Leadership is determined by fights within the pack. It is believed that Houndoom dreams about this leadership role while it sleeps. Its gut is full of toxins, which are used to create unique fire mixed with poison. This gives Houndoom's fire a foul odor, and the burns it inflicts will never heal. After finishing off its prey, Houndoom divides it evenly among its pack. Houndoom appears near rough terrain areas. Its howling induces shivers in other Pokemon, and often sends them scurrying back to their nests. In the past, people thought Houndoom's howl came from the Grim Reaper. Houndoom usually breathes fire when it is angry. As mentioned in Pokemon Sleep, Houndoom is known to rarely breathe out flames while it sleeps. Forms. Houndoom can Mega Evolve into Mega Houndoom. As Mega Houndoom, the ridges on its back thicken, and it gains additional bone-like rings around the base of its tail. The rings on its tail have small spikes on top, resembling vertebrae. The ridges at the base of Mega Houndoom's neck is longer and curves forward towards its shoulders. Instead of a band with a skull pendant, there is a large tooth structure around its neck. This bone-like formation has 2 large spikes on either side and 3 pointed teeth on the bottom. Mega Houndoom's horns now point straight up with a small outward curve in the middle. The 2 bands on its hind legs have vanished, and those on its forelegs are broken in the front. Its claws are dark red due to its ability to generate more heat, which causes pain to Mega Houndoom. Finally, the tip of its tail is now split down the middle. When it Mega Evolves, its entire body generates heat. Its fiery breath is now powerful enough to burn foes into ashes. It's got Mega Houndoom here. Evolution, Houndoom evolves from Houndour. So Houndour, Houndoom. Gain data Pokedex entries in Gen 2 and Gold. If you are burned by the flames it shoots from its mouth, the pain will never go away. Silver. Upon hearing its eerie howls, other Pokemon get the shivers and head straight back to their nests. Crystal. The pungent smelling flame that shoots from its mouth results from toxins burning in its body. For Stadium 2, if you have Pokemon Red, Silver, or Crystal inserted, get the Gold entry, but if you have Pokemon Blue, Gold, or Yellow inserted, you get the Silver entry. In Gen 3, Ruby and Sapphire. In a Houndoom pack, the one with its horns raked sharply towards the back serves a leadership role. These Pokemon choose their leader by fighting amongst themselves. Emerald, in a Houndoom pack, the one with its horns raked sharply back serves a leadership role. They choose their leader by fighting among themselves. Fire Red is the Silver entry, Leaf Green is the Gold entry. In Gen 4, Diamond and Pearl. Long ago, people imagined its eerie howls to be the call of the Grim Reaper. Platinum, the flames it breathes when angry, contains toxins. If they cause a burn, it will hurt forever. Heart Gold is its gold counterpart. Soul Silver is basically Silver's, but Pokeball is now the correct casing. The Gen 5 Pokedex entries are Platinum's entry. In Gen 6, X is the Diamond and Pearl entry. Y is the Platinum entry in the Gen 5 entries. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire is very similar to Ruby and Sapphires, but slightly different, so I'll read it. In a Houndoom pack, the ones with its horns raked sharply toward the back serves a leadership role. These Pokemon choose their leader by fighting among themselves. In Gen 7 for regular Houndoom, in Ultra Sun, they spew flames mixed with poison to finish off their opponents. They divvy up their prey evenly among the members of their pack. Ultra Moon, identifiable by its eerie howls, people a long time ago thought it was the Grim Reaper and feared it. For Mega Houndoom and Ultra Sun, its red claws and the tips of its tail are melting from high internal temperatures that are painful to Houndoom itself. Ultra Moon, Houndoom's entire body generates heat when it Mega evolves. Its fearsome, fiery breath turns its opponents to ash. The Gen 8 Pokedex entry is its Diamond and Pearl counterpart. In Gen 9, Scarlet is the Gold entries, and Leaf Green's entry. Violet is Soul Silver's entry. Houndoom in the Alola Pokedex and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Mega Houndoom in the Alola Pokedex and Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. Houndoom, the Paldea Pokedex, with a bunch of Houndour here. That's fun. It's a full evolutionary line image. I love that. It's that knight. That's fun. Then we got Houndoom in the Kitakami Pokedex. So they got a Houndoom with a couple Houndour, probably its children. This is interesting since the Kitakami one, when it showed the Houndour, was at night, so they kind of swapped it. That's kind of fun. Game locations, side game locations, and events. Held items and events. You can get Houndoomanite 100% of the time. Stats, base stats, will compare Houndoom and Mega Houndoom. HP 75, that stays the same. Attack 90, that stays the same. Defense 50, that goes up to 90. Special attack 110, that goes up to 140. Special defense 80, that goes up to 90. Speed 95, that goes up to 115. This one has a total of 500, and this one has a total of 600. Pokeathlon stats. Type effectiveness, damage normally by normal, flying, poison, bug, electric, dragon, and fairy. Weak to fighting, ground, rock, and water for double. Immune to psychic. Resistant to ghost, steel, fire, grass, ice, and dark. All for half. Notes, if Miracle Eye is used by an opponent or this Pokemon is given a ring target, the effectiveness of Psychic-type moves is 1, so go from 0 to 1. If this Pokemon has Flash Fire, the effectiveness of Fire-type moves is 0. So it'll be 0 instead of half. Learn Set by leveling up. We'll go down to 26 Beat Up. 26 Beat Up, 30 Fire Fang, 35 Torment, 41 Comeuppance, 45 Foul Play, 50 Flame Thrower, 56 Crunch, and 62 Inferno. By TM we're skipping, by Breeding we're skipping, nothing by Prayer Evolution. Special moves from this event, the Wild Terra Pokemon, and then level 42, I guess. You can get Destiny Bond, Flame Thrower, Shadow Ball, and Sucker Punch. TCG only moves. You get Smoke Screen from this card, and Burn Up from this card. Side game data for Houndoom, you got all this. Pokemon Ranger in the browser entry. Houndoom blows out a big ball of fire. It has no trouble torching a fallen log. Shadows of Volmia. It spits blobs of fire and lets loose dark pulses to attack. Guardian Signs. It releases a dark pulse around itself that makes Pokemon tired. Okay, got all this. Okay. Yeah. New Pokemon Snap in the Photodex entry. That pack of Houndoom seem to be working together to protect the ruins. Some people say their eerie howls sound like the Grim Reaper. In Pokemon Sleep, Houndoom breathes flames when it's angry and, on rare occasions, when it's asleep, perhaps is dreaming of fighting other Houndoom to choose the leader of the pack. Tail-waving sleep, sturdy sleep, flame-blowing sleep, and a top-belly sleep. Mega Houndoom, you got all this. Okay. Form data, Mega Evolution. Houndoom, Houndoomanite. Mega Houndoom, evolution data, Houndour, level 24, Houndoom. Sprites here, so, very similar to its Houndour counterpart, the color scheme, red and black or in orange and all that. and blue and gray and black. Yep. Pretty good. I mean, a little different. I don't know. It's very cartoon doggy. I don't know. It's a different kind of style, I guess. I don't know. The head's a little bit big, I guess, for what it would become later. It's purple for some reason for the highlights. I have the blue. This is now Gen 3. We got these colors now. These, the black. The tail's smaller. I think the head's smaller. I think, it's a lot more. Yeah, they got 2 bands there. Those are like that now. Instead of like those kind of bands, I guess. Anything with the back sprite looks wildly different. Actually, it's even wildly different in this one. They changed that, and then it comes like this. The horns are now like that. This muzzle is sort of a tan for the shiny. It's this kind of blue. Gen 4 introduces the gender differences, so the long for male, short for female. You can see it on those as well. Yep. Made the muzzle longer again. Oh, the skull is very interesting. The necklace thing changes a little bit as time goes on. Yep. Full back sprite here in Gen 5. So yeah, more or less the same. Got Gen 6 models here. I would argue that they're among they're much better in models, I'd say, especially when we compare it to Gen 5's sprite. Kind of looks silly, but now it looks much better in the models. Then we got Mega Houndoom's model here. It's pretty cool. You can see it's shiny. Oh, it's red for all the highlights are in the shiny. Interesting. Okay, you got all this. Yeah, not much changes here. Got Home's version of it. Yep. Okay, an animation, Houndoom and Mega Evolution Special 4. Then Mega Houndoom and Mega Evolution Special 4, so obviously the same one. The big one is Harrison's Houndoom, I guess. You got all these. Yep. Okay. Pokedex entries. I've already recorded this one for the anime, so I'll let Dexter read it.
Houndoom, the dark Pokemon, the evolved form of Houndour. Houndoom's eerie howl is said to cause those who hear it to shudder in fear.
Pokemon Generations, Houndoom and Pokemon Generations with the Golbat, Raticate, Grimer, and Magnemite. This is the manga, Houndoom and Pokemon Adventures, looking a little different. Mega Houndoom and Pokemon Adventures. Cool. The TCG. Other appearances, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Houndoom appears as a spirit. Music, this is a list of music associated with Houndoom in the Pokemon games. In Scarlet and Violet, when battling the Houndoom leading a pack of Houndour in Inlet Grotto, Battle in the Cave. It was composed and arranged by Hiromitsu Meiba. Trivia, Houndoom has 3 different sprites in each Gen 2 game. It also shares this same trait in Gen 4 games. This makes it one of the few Pokemon with this distinction. Houndoom is the only Pokemon that is neither a legendary Pokemon, a mythical Pokemon, nor an Ultra Beast in the mainline games to have a unique battle track associated with it that is shared with no other encounter. Origin: Houndoom seems to be based on the legends of hellhounds, black dogs, and possibly Cerberus of Greek mythology. Its horns and pointed tail resemble common depictions of the devil. Its skeletal adornments may be a reference to the hellhounds and black dogs' association with death and allude to the association of dogs with bones as their food, especially in cartoons. They may also be inspired by the Grim Reaper, and the bands around its ankles resemble shackles. Its build and coloration are similar to a Doberman, and it also somewhat resembles the extinct Tasmanian wolf due to the stripe-like bony ridges on its back. Its pack-hunting behavior and eerie howling are reminiscent of wolves. Name origin: Houndoom may be a combination of hound and doom, death or a terrible fate. Helgar may be a combination of hell and gar, Old English for spear, referring to its tail. It could also refer to Garmer, a hellhound in Norse mythology. In other languages, related articles, references, external links to the Mega Evolutions. Let's move on. Now let's watch Houndoom's first scene in the anime. Hello and welcome to the anime portion of the video. Today we are watching episode 180, quite fittingly, Houndoom's Special Delivery. In this episode, Ash Ketchum and his traveling companions, Brock and Misty, as well as his faithful Pokemon Pikachu and Misty's Pokemon Togepi, have arrived at these mountains, and they're just admiring the scenes when they hear a noise. There's the Houndoom. That's Houndoom's first scene in the anime. Let's move on. Now let's see why other people love Houndoom. Hello and welcome to the community post section of the video. The question is, what do you love about Houndoom? For this question, you can answer with normal or mega Houndoom. Number 1 Drizzile fan has responded, thank you. They say, even if Houndoom's concept is basically just a Pokemon Hellhound, it doesn't really need to be anything more than that. Unfortunate that in Gen 2 is relegated to the post-game, but I think that kind of helps its reputation as this threatening Pokemon that canonically is very scary and has the capacity to really hurt someone. Glad it got some love with a Mega Evolution and the Scarlet/Violet Cave cutscene. The Mega is very tasteful and well executed too. It becomes more gaunt, has subtle fangs. Its bone collar and skull dog tag are emphasized way more into something like battle armor. It has red-hot claws, its metal cuffs have broken and or fallen off to show its new level of power. None of those changes are too much, but there's enough small details that it isn't just Houndoom in a big skull. Plus it has nice shinies. Now let's look at fan art. Hello and welcome to the fan art section of the video. Now we send fan arts, so instead we're looking at DeviantArt fan art. For those of you who aren't familiar with the series, what we do is we go through these images till we find an image that doesn't contain a Houndoom. This is Houndoom by Silvar, so it's this Mega Houndoom here. Very well executed, very well done. I like the coloring of the background, all the lighting and stuff. This is Houndoom by Kenket. It's this more realistic Houndoom here. Yeah, it's very cool. It seems to be missing its pupils for some reason. And Houndoom by Ziyang. So it's another sort of maybe partially realistic, a little bit, stylized, of course, with the elements of kind of hellhoundish, shackles. There's only one of them for some reason, but they look to be like actual shackles, I guess. That's the idea. Also seems to be missing its pupils for some reason. Got the toxic mouth stuff. Yeah, very good. We got Houndoom by Ruth Tay, another sort of more realistic style here. That's interesting. The shackles, again, they're represented as actual shackles, but they're like multi-layered or whatever, other than just two of them. Horns are nice. Like the environment. Like it's a dungeon or something. And a Pokemon Houndoom by All0412. So this very nice image of a Houndoom. Yeah. Breathing a little bit of fire, I guess. Maybe getting ready to fight another Pokemon. It's very well done. Then Pokemon by Velxus. So we got a Houndoom and an Arcanine. Two, very powerful fire Pokemon. Yes. It's kind of a little bit more realistic, or maybe just a little bit more stylized in their own kind of maybe style. It's to be from, I think, 2015. Yeah. Very well done. And we got Houndoom by 80 Axel, another kind of stylized Houndoom, probably their own style. It's a very interesting pose, like it's walking around maybe in circles. It's interesting. I like it. I like the lighting. Then Houndoom by Salanchu. So this, flaming, a little bit stylized kind of Houndoom here. Yeah, it's kind of like protecting its young or something. Or just its territory, I don't know. Or it's just itself, who knows. But I like the forest background stuff. We got Houndoom by Sketchin' Thoughts. This stylized Houndoom with ridiculously large horns and stuff. The proportions are nice. I like it. Then Mega Houndoom by Dark Pangolin. This cool semi-stylized Mega Houndoom here. Very nice. I like the environment. Works well with it. It's spitting fire. That's cool. Then Houndoom by Mewitty. This sort of more logo, I guess, kind of style. Almost looks like it could be like a tattoo or I don't know, like something you put on your car, maybe. I don't know, just something. Yeah, like a stencil or something. Pretty cool. And this doesn't contain a Houndoom. So we'll move on. Thanks to everyone who submitted fan art. I won't be streaming tonight as I need to wait until I've completed the Gen 2 story before I can catch a Houndour to evolve it into Houndoom. Tomorrow I'll be talking about Kingdra. As always, this is my proper outfit and you'll see me in a few seconds. As promised in the Qwilfish and Remoraid videos, I'll now be watching their first scenes in the anime as I was unable to watch them in their videos. Hello and welcome to the anime redo portion of the video. Today we are watching Pokemon Chronicles episode 4B, I guess. It's the second half of the fourth episode. It's really the second episode because the first three episodes were a TV movie, so it's kind of complicated. But anyway, this is Snorlax, Snowman, and in this episode short, whatever, Ash and friends have come to the Pokemon Center of a sort of Arctic or otherwise snowy area, and their Pokemon have made a Snorlax, I guess, a snowman shaped like Snorlax, and it's come to life, kind of like Frosty the Snowman, and they've gone on a little adventure, and they were falling through a whirlpool, but the Snorlax froze the area, so now they can look in past this ice wall to see a bunch of fish Pokemon. This is Pikachu, Ash's Pikachu, Brock's Geodude, and Ash's Chikorita. What we're going to do is we're going to start with the Remoraid one, because it sort of leads into the Qwilfish one. Yes. And I don't know how much of the audio you'll be able to hear, since it is in a song. Yeah. So, yeah. Remoraid with a Mantine and some Kingdra and Horsey and Magikarp and stuff. And we got some Tentacruel, Chinchou. Yeah, there. Yeah, lots in that. Oh, sorry. Then there's Qwilfish. Scaring Ash's Cyndaquil. Yeah. And then, yeah, I would say that's both their first appearances in the anime. As always, this isn't my proper outfit, and you'll see me later today if you watch the Machamp redo, Sick Day redo. I'm finally getting around to that. They finally fixed the picture in the article, so I was able to finish that. Yes. And so that's being uploaded today, otherwise you'll see me tomorrow.